Now, for some weeks there have been vociferous complaints about how the BBC reported an alleged anti-Semitic incident in London at the end of November. The BBC News website carried an article on the subject, and it also featured on BBC London's early evening news bulletin.
Now, what we know about this incident is that it took place on Monday evening. Around about 30 to 40 Jewish teenagers were on a bus that had been hired to take them in to the centre of town to celebrate the festival of Hanukkah. And then this happened. And the footage shows the mob spitting, hurling abuse and even appearing to perform Nazi salutes. Well, the Metropolitan Police are treating this as an alleged hate crime, and I should say though that we at BBC London did watch this footage and you can hear some racial slurs about Muslim people, which does come from the bus. It's not clear at the moment for the person that said that what role that may have played in this incident.
That mention of an anti-Muslim slur infuriated some members of the Jewish community, with Marie van der Zyl from the Board of Deputies of British Jews writing to the BBC's Director General and Chairman in these terms. "We investigated every second of footage, and we contend that the BBC is mischaracterising a Hebrew cry for help by a distressed Jewish man as a slur in English. The victims of anti-Semitic abuse are now being smeared as racists and therefore somehow less deserving of sympathy or, in the worst case, deserving of the abuse they received. This is deeply irresponsible journalism." The matter was referred to the BBC's Executive Complaints Unit, which on Wednesday announced it had partially upheld the complaint, finding that reports should have recognised there was genuine doubt over whether a racist slur was heard from the bus. The BBC issued this statement. The ECU, which is editorially independent of BBC News, has acknowledged that there was no evidence to support any claims of victim blaming in our reporting. However, the ECU has also found that more could have been done subsequent to the original report to acknowledge the differing views and opinions in relation to what was said. This should have been reflected in our reporting, and the online article amended. We accept this and apologise for not doing more to highlight that these details were contested. The matter is now being investigated by the regulator Ofcom, but so far many of those who raised the complaint are far from satisfied. The campaign against anti-Semitism had this reaction. It took the BBC 2 months and 4 pages to deliver a whitewashed non-apology that stands by its spurious reporting of an anti-Muslim slur and dismisses the monumental offence generated by its coverage. It is a travesty that the BBC thinks that it can toss the Jewish community a bone by upholding minor elements of our complaint while defending almost the entirety of its reportage and conduct over the course of this abominable saga.